This is my new Muller. I just finished it yesterday, and looks a little like a Weber barbecue grill. But it started out from a water pressure tank from a well, and I cut that up, and that's what I made the body with, and the lid. The chute is here. You raise that, pull that, and the sand will dump out when it's finished. Let me get you over here. Alright, so we've got a paddle over here on the side that throws the sand away from the side. One here in the middle that scrapes it up after the wheel over here runs over it. There's the wheel down there. Underneath over here is the drive. This is an old gear drive motor that I've had laying around for years and years, and we made the pulley on the top, and then there's a pulley up under there. It's about 12 inches in diameter, and we made that and made the shaft. It comes up through the middle. Pretty much all of it was made from some type of scrap. Alright, let me get some sand in it and I'll show you how it works. Okay, so I got some sand in the Muller, and let's turn it on and see how it does. Okay, you can see right here, see where the springs are at the top, and they cantilever the wheel back here. So they are actually, when they pull this way, they're pushing the wheel down, and you can see there's a gap in here, and without any sand at all, there's no gap at all. So it's got tension pushing down on the sand. Alright, this has got the sand mold, and so the next thing I want to do is dump it out. Alright, so here's how it works. Dump it out. Bumping you hear is the wheel jumping across the gap. Let me show you inside. And as you can see, in just like that was 20 seconds, it gets it really clean. I've got a few things along the wall that I got to knock off. I think I probably need to put a wiper up there, but I can hit it and it comes off. Anyway, that's our finished job, and there the sand is down in the bucket. Well, the Muller is finished, and it took a whole lot longer than I thought. Maybe not the work so much, but I had my tractor break down in the middle of it, and I had to work on it for several weeks, and you know, I have a full-time job, so I have to do all this in my spare time. So just trying to fix the tractor in my spare time took up, oh gosh, a month or more. And probably one of the hardest things was getting this pattern made for the wheels. On my CNC machine, I went through 3 routers trying to get this done. I had one that had been on there for a long time, and it was really a cheap roto zip type router. And I've actually got a video that'll come out that shows how that thing broke. And then I put another router on there that I've had for years. It was a great big plunge router that never worked very well, and so I stuck it on there. It didn't last any time. It was old, I guess, and the bearings burned up in it. And then I finally bought a new router and put it on there, and it worked fine and finished it up. But this was a great project. You know, it really didn't cost me anything. Almost every part of it was some scrap that I had laying around for years. I think I bought the bearings and shoot, there isn't much that I can think of that I bought for it. It's got springs on there from an old trampoline of a friend of mine's, and then just a bunch of scrap steel and stuff. If you hang on to stuff, you'll eventually use it. But or at least that's what I tell everybody. But anyway, this was a great project. I got to do a lot of things that I hadn't done before. I got to really use my lathe and my mill a lot. It's amazing what you can make if you've got the tools to do it with. I learned a lot. Probably didn't do things absolutely the best way that they could possibly be done, but I learned some as I went through. Learned from mistakes and that kind of thing. I made a core for a pattern, first time out of sodium silicate and sand. The funny thing is, I didn't wind up using it in the final wheel that I poured because I realized I needed that core print part to hold on to with my lathe in order to turn the wheel. But anyway, I got to make a core for the first time, even though I didn't really use it. And let's see, I made a little list over here. First time I'd ever made pulleys. So I did that and cut springs off and made those fit. It's the first shaft that I ever made and fitted to some bearings to make that work. And so really it was a pretty big project, I guess, for me. And I'm really pleased with the way it came out. I got all my sand mold, and I also put a video out there about how to rejuvenate Petrobond sand. Read a bunch of stuff about that, and so got that out there. And this, not only the Muller will be a series of videos, but also I've got a bunch of other videos that sprung up from other stuff I had to learn and figure out how to do as I went along. So anyway, appreciate you watching the video, and I hope you enjoy the series.